Alright. Something I want to talk about today. Alright, well, we're stuck in some wars, right? We're fighting Iraq, we're fighting in Afghanistan, countless other places. But the two main ones I'm talking about, Afghanistan, Iraq. I see lots of stickers on people's vans, support our troops. You know, lots of people walking around saying they should support our troops. I don't. I do not. Absolutely not. Not one bit. I do not believe for 1 second that any soldier in the U.S. right now is fighting for my freedom. They're not fighting for my freedom. My freedom's just fine. It's here. A terrorist in Iraq is not bothering me. He's not taking away my freedoms. Who's taking away my freedoms? Well, if you want to go through sources like the Patriot Act, I would say that my government is taking away my freedoms, my rights, my right to legal counseling, right? My freedom of speech, my freedom to gather and petition my own government. Every time I turn around, they're telling people they can't even petition anymore. No one cares. No one cares about their rights. So do I support our troops? No. If I thought for a second that a lot of these troops were actually going out there with the intention of thinking, yeah, I'm really going to save America. But that ain't true. That's not true. The majority of people in the Army are in the Army because guess what? It's a career move. It's a job. It has nothing to do with your freedom. It has nothing to do with anybody's freedom. It has to do with what they want in life. It has to do with what kind of house they want to own, what kind of car they want to drive, you know, what kind of nice neighborhood they're going to live in, how are they going to retire. No one's fighting for your freedom. Alright? They're doing jobs. That's it. Not to say there's not a small percentage of good-hearted people out there that are really thinking that's what they're doing. But, I mean, let's look at it. 9/11 happened. 3,000 people in, you know, the towers died. Horrible. So, you know, so we started war in Afghanistan, and then we started war in Iraq. We moved to Iraq. Now it's been 8-10 years. Still there. You know, if you want to start talking death tolls, you know, they're saying, some people are saying 1 million Iraqi civilians dead. How 3,000 American lives justify 1 million Iraqi lives, I can't understand. I can't get it. I'll never understand it. I don't see Americans as more important than anybody else in this world. And that's the problem with this world. Everybody thinks, oh, I'm from this country, so I only care about this country. My fellow countrymen's lives are more important than anybody else's lives. It's not. It's really not. This war is unjust. It makes me sick to my stomach. I do not support anybody that goes and fights these unjustifiable wars. Shouldn't even be in Iraq. Shouldn't even be there. Shouldn't be in Afghanistan. You can't fight a feeling. Terror's a feeling. It's like we're fighting all these crazy wars, war on drugs. You can't win these wars. These are designed to have one effect, and that's an ongoing circumstance. It's always going to be going on. You cannot end terrorism because there's always going to be new terrorists. You can't end the war on drugs because guess what? There's always going to be drugs. There's always going to be people who want to do drugs. I'm getting off my point. My whole point is I'm not going to sit here and be pressured and feel like I'm unpatriotic because I don't support the war and I don't support our troops. Shouldn't be there. If all our troops were like, hey, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. The war would be over. All the troops would be home. And we have very simple solutions here. Everybody says no. No. just see it, you know, and all these wars, they just send in more people, and then you got, you know, you got this recent dude who had a little fire device in his shoe again, you know, from Nigeria, and his father called in and said, hey, my kid's a nut job, you know, he might do something. FBI ignored it, of course. And why? Premise, you know, let's go to war with every single little country that is in, you know, that is a first world country. And then we'll go in, say we're fighting terrorists, strip all of the civilians of their freedoms and rights in the name of protecting ours. You know, it's hypocrisy so bad, and the real sad part is that Americans, the majority of Americans, are so caught up in their own BS, so they don't even really know. They don't even know why we're in a war. They don't care. They're not there. It doesn't matter. Their freedoms aren't getting stripped right in front of them. You know, they're not getting dragged out their house at gunpoint, you know, for their families. They don't care. Compassion, my friends. Compassion is the key. If we don't care about anybody else, there'll be a point where no one cares about us. So, you know, you need to think about that. Don't support the war. I don't support any wars. Nope. I don't. It's just not justifiable. It's not fair. It's not fair that people have to go. It's not fair to the families who have to sit there and miss their families. And it's definitely not fair to all the innocent people in these other small countries who are just being totally ran over. You know, and we sit here in America with all the things we have, and we just totally are willing to strip the whole world of what they have to maintain our little resemblance of a great nation. So I don't know. I'm sure if anybody even bothers to listen to any of these things, you might have something to say about it. I don't care. I stick by it. So, down with war, alright?